Okay, so continuation tayo sa ating second half ng ating discussion for today. So as a officer, what you will face as a officer. So expect port state inspections. Know that you may be held accountable for the conventions your flag hasn't signed. So NMF protects others but also holds a responsibility. Kasi as a future seafarers, no, or bilang isang officer, you need to be prepared for the real world expectations and responsibilities that you are come with or you are going to work with at sea. Regardless of the ship's flag. Tandaan nyo, you are not dwelling with one country or dwelling with the different countries and continents. So port state inspectors are inevitable. When your ship enters a foreign port, port state controls may expect it that you are going to check or inspectors were going to check your equipment, certificate, and your own competence. So yung equipment na yun, alam mo ba paganahin and yung certificate ba yun ng equipment is updated and if even your competence is alam mo ba siya i-operate. So don't assume that the flag state hasn't signed the convention. So it is not an excuse. It won't work. Dapat alam niyo talaga siyang operate and alam mo talaga siyang ah, i-explain, no? So you're accountable under the NMF clause. It may apply international standards equally to all ships, including yours, and also can detain your vessel or if there's a violations and non-compliant, and they can hold you accountable as ship's officer for your safety, pollution, and documentation and crew welfare. So NMF protects but also demands. Pinoprotektahan niya tayo pero nanghihingi pa rin siya ng kapalit dun sa protections na yon. At ano ba yung kapalit na yon, no? They protect crew on board on substandard ships by enforcing global rules, but they also means you don't have an excuse to ignore best practices. Minsan kasi demand tayo ng demand on our side, but sometimes we are neglecting on the side of the others. So whenever it's MARPOL, STCW man yan, or SOLAS, you are expected to follow and apply these rules on board. And the bottom line of this is your license will say you're competent. Meron ka nga lisensya, competent ka ba? Meron ka nga license, third officer ka nga, second officer, chief officer, or even a captain. Ang question is, are you competent to become an officer? Or are you reliable as an officer? Or are you equipped as an officer? No? NMF ensures that you're level playing with. But it also means you must be lead by examples no matter the how flag of how no matter the flag of your stern with, no? So as an officer, you are really accountable on every aspect of the vessel. So the port state control, your first inspection, when your dock, PSA officer may aboard. Ito yung magiging flow, no? Pagdating ng vessel nyo, yung port state control, magbo-board siya and i-inspectin niya lahat. From fire drills to rest hours, even your ship is if you're and when they found out that the ship is non-compliant, detention is possible. Even if your flag disagrees, walang magagawa. Kasi si port state control, siya talaga yung nagle-level or nagho-hold ng standard and chine-check nila if your vessel are complying with these standards. Ano nga ba yung nangyayari during the PSC inspection or port state inspection? So kapag nag-arrive sila sa port, PSC officer often unannounced. Hindi sila nag-a-announce. Okay, mag-i-inspect na kami, hindi sila nag-a-announce. They will check certificate, equipment, and crew compliance. They may also observe or simulate a fire drill. Bigla na lang kayong makakarinig ng fire alarm, no? Any kinds of alarm, they will going to inspect if your vessel or if your crew members are equipped and alam nila yung gagawin nila during any kinds of situation on board. They will inspect life-saving appliances, and they are going also to ask you to perform or explain or demonstrate any safety procedures. So what if your ship is not fully compliant? Ano mangyayari? So even if your vessel state or even if your flag state that hasn't signed a certain conventions like MLC, yung sabi ko kanina, MLC, SOLAS or MARPOL or STCW under the MMF clause, the port state enforces those international rules pa rin. It means puwedeng ma-detain yung vessel mo, puwedeng mag-face ng questions about the competence and preparedness of the crew, and entire crew may be affected. Magkakaroon ng delay, magkakaroon ng fine and investigations. So bakit nga ba siya mahalaga para sa atin, 'no? You're one of the first people that the inspectors will engage, especially if you are a deck or engine officer on duty. So the port state control, not just not just about paperwork. They also proving that you and your ship are ready and safe in a professional level. And also NMF means no ship is above the law. No officer is accused by saying our flag doesn't follow that rule. Hindi po siya nai-imply. Kaya mahirap maging officers, guys. Yung stress mo, diyan pa lang sa port state, alam lahat yan ng officer na naka-experience on board ship. Even me, ayoko ng dumating sa part lagi kasi talagang kapag sa'yo napunta yang ano na yan ng inspection na yan, lahat ikaw yung magpo-prove niyan, lahat ikaw yung magpapakita. And, to the fact na siyempre alam mo naman siya by heart and by mind, 'no? Ang hirap kasi sumasabay pa diyan na hindi lang ayan yung gagawin mo, meron ka pang kulang na tulog, meron ka pang iba pang gagawin, in which minsan hindi mo na nape-perform na maayos. Kaya ayun yung challenge. Then, ano ba yung detention scenario? Just for example, your ship is detained due to crew contract issues. Your role, you are going to help correct violations. To support your crew and understand that the NMF is protecting everyone's right and reputation. So magiging detention diyan, ah, situation, your ship arrives in the foreign port during a port state inspection, and the officer finds that the missing or expired crew member contracts, like for example, wages or unpaid, or lack of rest hour records. So even though your flag doesn't enforce the MLC properly, the port state detains your vessel under no more uh, favorable treatment clause. So, your role as a cadet or junior officer, you're going to support the PSC process. You're going to cooperate with the inspector and provide correct information and be professional and honest as possible. And you need to help correct those violations. On what? Anong gagawin mo? You're going to assist the senior officers in updating and documentation. And you're going to organize rest hours, logs, and crew records, and help verify compliance with the MLC standards like the welfare, food, and working hours, and more. And to support your crew member, you, you're going to explain what's happening and to be happening to affected crew mates, and help them to understand their rights and maintain morale while the situations is unresolved or until the situation is resolved. Bakit nga ba mahalaga yung mga senaryo na 'to? Kasi it protects the crew member or crew legal rights and send us message that the substandard conditions are unacceptable. Yung mga substandard vessels na sinasabi ko sa inyo na tinatanggap ng mga ship owners kasi mas mababa yung kanilang, ah, babayaran dun. And reminds everyone that including you, that being a maritime professional means taking responsibility even when the flag state fails, no? Nandun pa rin yung responsibility and your professional way. So, key takeaway natin diyan, a detention isn't just a failure, no? It also chance for us to learn and to lead and protect people you sail with. No, hindi end of the world kung na-fail or nag-ano kayo sa isang inspection. So, as a future seafarers, you should handle that moment defines, how you handle that moment defines your leadership. Kung paano niyo siya iha-handle, and it shows how you as a leader for them. So, ano nga ba mangyayari? What happens without NMF? Without it, shady ships would outcompetent or outcompete safe ones, and also good seafarers would suffer. Unsafe ships will flood the oceans. The NMF clause is why serious shipping companies care about this compliance. So sa madaling salita, without the NMF, the maritime industry would become unfair, unsafe, and dangerous. No? Bakit? Substandard ships would skip safety uh, upgrades and also pay lower wages and avoid inspection. They also run cheaper and faster, enforcing responsible companies to cut corners like how to survive the vessel. And honest seafarers would lose jobs to cruise on unfair terms. Kaya pasalamat kayo kasi dahil sa NMF, doon tayo nagkakaroon ng mataas na wages. Kasi nire-require nila ang mga ship owners to follow that rule. Then the good seafarers would suffer because kung hindi na-apply yung mga rule na yon, dahil sa poor condition, unpaid wages, and the unsafe vessels. Then next, unsafe ships would flood the oceans. So more oil spill, more fires and accidents, more abandoned crews, and more deaths at sea. So all because nobody is holding those ships accountable. And NMF protects the industry integrity. So levels the playing fields. Every ship must meet international standards regardless of the flag. So that's why serious shipping companies care about the compliance. Kasi it protects the in business, the people, and the global reputation of the company. Then without NMF, the oceans would be a race to the bottom. So with the NMF, seafarers, shipping, and the sea itself have a fighting chance for the trade industry. How NMF supports you. So what the NMF guarantees you as a seafarer. So you get paid, no delays or fake excuses. The port state controls can intervene if wages aren't paid, and you get enough rest. Fatigue causes accident. No, tandaan nyo yung mga lack of sleep, no? Doon naglilid minsan yung depression ng isang tao and the mentally state, no, kapag hindi ka talaga nakakapagpahinga. MPSC can check your rest hours and order for the corrections if needed. You get enough equipment like the lifeboats, alarms, and fire gears. All must work and be up to standard. And you get clean waters, decent food. No one should work in a ship that doesn't have meet the basic living conditions. No, maayos nga yung hindi nga maayos nga yung salary niyo pero wala naman kayong enough na enough na pagkain tsaka tinutulugan, hindi din maganda. So you get access to the medical help if your ship lacks a proper care or first aid. It can be detained under the Maritime Labor Convention. So bakit nga ba ito nagma-matters? NMF make sure that your well-being doesn't depend on the flag of your vessel. It depends on the rights as you as a seafarer. So even if the employer or the flag state cut corners or cutting edge, NMF gives the port state power to step in and protect you. So as a future seafarers, you won't just benefit the NMF. No, you'll be responsible for upholding it on board for you as a crew. Ayun lang man yung hinihingi ng NMF eh. To follow standards, kayo yung in return, ibibigay nila sa inyo kung ano yung dapat na para sa inyo. No? Kung ano yung dapat para sa atin, ibibigay para sa atin. Basta tayo ay nagpa-follow and namimit natin yung standard and we are competent on the positions we are with. Then you might wonder why you're uh, uh, Why you need to study international conventions, NMF, and port state control and maritime law? So ito yung sagot. It's just because you are responsible, not just present. No? As a future officer, you just follow the orders like you're accountable for, like the safety drills, equipment checks, crew conditions, logbook, certificates, and responding to the inspection. So if something goes wrong, authorities will look at you. Kasi kayo magpo-prove niyan eh. And you're not just it's not just the captain or the company. Kasama ka din. No, kasi you're also part on board. Your work globally, not just under one flag. Sabi ko nga kanina, you are responsible on different flag state or flags that you are sailing with. Your ship will sail through a multiple countries. And under different port rules, some flag states are less strict, but port states enforce global standards. For example, pumunta ka sa US, ay may bit dito US to. Then pumunta ka sa China, ay less dito kasi sa China 'to. Or hindi siya magkaiba sila ng inspected. Hindi, they're setting a standard rules pagdating sa lahat ng compliance. So some flag state are less strict, but the states enforce global standard. Meaning, globally, the same standards na ini-enforce nila. So you must know what's required everywhere and what not just your home country. So the name NMF, it's all about holding everyone's the same high standards and the key long, safe, and respected career. So knowing and applying international maritime law, it helps you to pass inspection, keeps your ship undetained, and protects your crew and yourself and builds your professional reputations. Tandaan nyo, a good officer is not just skilled. No, they are law aware and ethical and globally competent. You're not just training to sail, but you are training to lead and protect lives under the international law. So that is why part of your BSMT education. So for our activity, we're going to simulate a port state control boarding. So a student role play as the PSC officer inspecting a foreign ship under the NMF rules. Others act as a crew explaining why their ship isn't compliant. So we're going to discuss the outcomes. So later, i-discuss ko yun. No? Dito muna tayo sa reflection, crew versus the port state. So discuss how the NMF creates tension between the ship and port, and is it unfair? How can a future officer ensure smoother inspections and prevent detention? So for our assessment task, write about NMF could affect your shipboard life and decision making as a junior officer. So include one real example or case from your research. Ayun yung gagawin nyo, no? So for our assessment task. So to summarize our key lessons for today, ships from a non-signatory flags are still subject to rules. Port states protect lives and seas, and as an officers, you are part of this global safety systems. So for number one, no ship is exempt. Even if your flag state hasn't signed the convention, it is ship must still follow the international rules. So again, thank you for the NMF treatment clause. And for the number two, port state protect everyone. So inspect ships and for safety and labor standards and prevent pollution, they can act global safety net for the oceans and seafarers alike. And you are part of the system because you are a future officer. You'll be held responsible for the compliance and you must understand international laws. And you will help ensure safety, fairness, and accountability at sea. So you don't just follow the rules, you represent them. No? Hindi lang ikaw sumusunod sa rules, ikaw yung nagre-represent sa rules. Kasi you're the one who are implying and uh, commending and following the rules. So you present that rules. So as a BSMC student, your takeaway knowledge for this is it's not just about passing subjects, no? It's about preparing for a real world accountability. And no matter what flag Your ship flies, you will face inspection and be held responsible. And your awareness of international conventions like the SOLAS, MARPOL, MLC, and STCW, it's like your ship, your crew, and your career. And your responsibility begins now. This habit and your knowledge you build today will shape the kind of officer you become tomorrow. Tandaan nyo yan. Ulitin ko, no? Medyo sketchy yung pagkakasabi ko. Again, the habits and knowledge you build today will shape the kind of officer you become tomorrow. Tandaan nyo yan. No, ayun yung lagi ni-instill ko sa mind ko. Kung ano yung ginagawa mo ngayon or ano yung pine-perform mo at school or your acting or your professional way, you will be that person for the future. No? Kasi para sa akin, I'm living testimony of that. Ayun yung ginagawa ko and I have no regrets if I am implying that kind of mindset, up to this day, no? So, it's up to you, but for me, that kind of, quotation that your knowledge today will you become a leader for tomorrow. Ano ba nga ba yung challenge na makakaharap mo, no, kapag ikaw ay naging officer na? One example is if your captain, tells you to avoid reporting a deficiency kasi may ganyang senaryo, eh, para hindi kayo bumagsak. But the PS is coming and what would you do? Anong sasabihin mo? For example, napansin ni captain na merong isa sa inyong expired yung license, pero dapat up to date 'yan. Pero sinabi sa'yo ni kapitan wag mo sasabihin, anong gagawin mo? As your understanding sa pinag-aralan natin, 'no? Tandaan niyo 'yan. What would you do? If you are a junior officer on board and you discover serious safety deficiency, just for example, sabi naman natin expired fire extinguisher or lifeboat or missing rest hours or record or sobra yung, trabaho ng isang crew member na kulang yung pahinga niya. Anong gagawin mo? Do you follow the captain's order to protect the ship's reputation? Or you're the one who are going to speak up and knowing the risk of detention and the NMF clause. Kasi alam mo na yung NMF clause, eh. Anong gagawin mo? So if you're going to use the NMF clause to guide your answer, remember, tandaan nyo, the NMF clause means all ship must comply with the international standards, no excuses for the weak flags. Port state control exists to protect lives, not just punish violations. Kaya lang naman binibigyan kayong violations kasi hindi kayo sumusunod. So kung hindi kayo bibigyan ng violations, hindi kayo susunod. And with that rules kaya binibigay sa inyo kasi protection nyo yan, eh. Protection nyo yan para sa safety nyo, safety ng barko nyo. And hindi kayo dapat yung matakot dun. Dapat ang matakot dun yung mga ship owners na kinakat yung edge para sa inyo. No, as a future seafarers, you need to study or your duty is to act in the interest of safety and not to cover ups. So, with the reflection na masasabi ko sa question kanina, what would you do? At bakit? How does the understanding of NMF clause shape my decision as an officer? So, hindi ko na sasagutin yan, nasa sa inyo na yan. Key lesson for today, kasi pinag-aralan natin NMF clause, nasa sa inyo na yan kung hindi nyo pa rin alam paano yung dapat nyong gawin. Takeaway, real leadership starts when you're doing right, the things is right. Silence protects the ship today, but the risk lives tomorrow. Tandaan nyo. No? And think of the bigger picture. The no more favorable treatment clause is not just a legal rule. No, it's just a part of global effort to make the maritime world safe for crew, clean for the oceans, fair for all nations, and professional in every port. So if you're going to be part of that as a future seafarers, you won't just sail. You need to help and uphold those standards, and you just follow rules and help protect people and planet. No, And your decisions matter. Why? Because in inspections, emergencies, and everybody's operation. So the NMF clause connects UN to the global uh, system of trust, safety, and accountability. So what you learn today helps to protect you from the world tomorrow. So my final thought for this discussion that never forget it's not about following rules. It's about leading with responsibility. The NMF helps make you accountable whenever you sail. Tandaan nyo yan, guys. So it's not just about following rules, it's about leading with responsibility. Whenever you sail, the NMF clause reminds you that you are accountable, you're part of the global safety system, and your actions protects lives, ships, and sea. So be kind of officer who leads with integrity and even no one is watching. Kasi kahit na sasabihin natin na, ay kasi ganito yung gusto ni kapitan or ganito yung pinapagawa sa akin or ala naman nakakakita. Tandaan niyo, even if no one is watching, hindi naman para sa kanila yan, eh, para sa'yo yan, 'no? And for our question and answer, we have an open floor for your questions regarding with the topic. What your questions or insights do you have? And let's prepare not just to pass for the PSC or but to lead by safely and smartly in your maritime career. No, ganun din pagdating dito sa school. No, we are preparing every documents for you to pass our school and to hold a programs like BSMT and BSMRA for the future seafarers who wants to learn and to become an officer on board someday. So any questions, baka meron kayong questions regarding with the topic. And for our uh, assessment task today, I will post uh, on our Google Classroom and also the instructions to be followed on Google Classrooms. And that is for today. And if you have a questions, just raise your virtual hand and we're going to entertain and answer all of your questions. And for today, I want to thank you all for your listening. Thank you guys. And for questions, you can raise your virtual hand. Thank you.